welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a makeup tutorial with the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. It is one of the best palettes she's ever created. I think the color curation is very beautiful and there are a lot of versatile shades in here that you can create any kind of look with, and she has I think 4 to 5 different finishes and formulas in here. Can't wait for you guys to see this look. If you want to see how I created this look, please keep watching. Okay, I'm going to start by priming my face with the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. And then I'm going to use the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer just on my T-zone. Where the, pores are a little bit bigger. And then I'm gonna put some on my smile lines and right up here. So you just have to put those, this Timeless Smoothing Primer, is pore filling and it's really good to cover like small lines, anything that you feel like needs a little bit extra filling. Okay, and then I'm going to use this Becca Under Eye Fatigue. I forget the full name. I'll link all the products down below. This is a nice eye primer. I feel like it smoothes out my under eyes and it feels really nice too. So now I'm going to go in with Charlotte's color corrector. The brush. Dome-headed brush. It's so cute. This has a little cute mirror and it's perfect, you can comes with a mirror, so you can use the mirror of that. So I don't usually buff this out too much. I just want the pigmentation to be there to cover the darkness. My baby kept waking up last night, you guys, so I didn't get much sleep. So now I'm going to go in with my foundation. I'm going to use the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue. Guys, I've been using this non-stop. Love, 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 love this foundation. I did a review of this foundation. I will link it up here. So I'm going to go in with a brush since this foundation is a little bit more on the runny side and it's a little bit more light coverage. It's a beautiful radiant foundation. I've just been loving this foundation lately. This is, I think, my #1 Ride or Die foundation. I think it's moved up to that status right now. I mean, unless I find something else that beats it, which is very doubtful. I mean, there are other ones that I really love. I would consider Ride or Die status also, like the Dior Air Flash foundation, the Dior Face and Body one. What else? I like the Charlotte Tilbury one, but I don't know if I would call it Ride or Die, but it's really high up there as well. What else do I like? Oh, Estee Lauder, the other one. This is Estee Lauder too, like this Futurist Hydra Rescue, but I also like the Double Wear by Estee Lauder. I think they make really awesome foundations, if you ask me. Estee Lauder owns Tom Ford, so you get the idea. Tom Ford has this new foundation. It's like, I forget what it's called, but the finish I hear is very similar to this Futurist Hydra Rescue one that I'm putting on my face right now. But it's of course a lot more expensive because it's Ford. I did, you know, before all this happened, the whole coronavirus thing, outbreak happened, months ago, I was going to go to the mall to go to Nordstrom to get the Tom Ford foundation. I went a couple of times, but they didn't have it yet in store. Tom Ford website had it, but I wanted to be able to color match myself, so I wanted to go into the store to Nordstrom. So I was waiting for Nordstrom to get it. But by the time Nordstrom got it, this whole thing started happening. And yeah, I never had a chance to pick it up. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my concealer now. Another product I haven't been able to get away from is this, the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Concealer. I have not been able to put this one down. I tried to tell myself, you gotta use another concealer, you have thousands of them. But I just couldn't. And this concealer goes really well. Really, that was the reason why I ended up still picking it up. This really pairs well with this foundation, so I thought, well, just today at least. But I'm gonna start, I promise I'm gonna start wearing other concealers on camera. Really hard to put this one down, I gotta say. So I'm gonna blend it out now. I could have just done the Natasha Denona eye makeup tutorial, but I thought, you know, I'll just do the whole full face makeup routine again for you guys. I also did a video about how to give yourself a Brazilian wax at home using Brazilian hard wax that doesn't really hurt. You know, it's you know, the kind that forms a strip when it dries, and then it just clings onto your hair, not your skin, so when you pull it, it doesn't hurt as much like the sugar wax hurts so much. But anyway, I did a tutorial on that. I gave myself a wax the other day, so I thought I would film it for you guys, and I filmed it. I will link it up here. Check it out, you guys, and let me know if you guys like more of lifestyle type videos or how-to videos during this time, since no one's going out. I mean, I'm getting ready today to go nowhere, really. But it feels nice to get ready sometimes. I thought, well, me and my husband could have a date in the backyard on our screened-in porch. We have this really nice screened-in area next to our deck, so we thought we'll have a date. We haven't been able to go out. You know, my parents arrived to take care of the baby, so we were going to be able to go out and have more dates, but then this happened, the whole corona life happened, and now we can't go out. So we thought, hey, maybe we'll have a date outside. So I thought, well, I'll get ready and film it, and at the same time, you know, that would be nice for us to do a date tonight. Now I'm going to set my under eyes with the Becca Brightening Under Eye Powder. Let me grab a brush. Then I'm going to cream contour my face with the Fenty Matchstick Contour Stick in the shade Mocha. So I did a contour, not really how to contour video, but I was doing I did a Scott Barnes. I tested out Scott Barnes contour palette, and in that I touched a little bit on how to contour to suit your face shape. If you guys want to check that out, I will link it up here. But let me know if you guys want me to do like an in-depth video on how to contour, my contour routine. It depends. I tend to change it up a little bit here and there depending on my need that particular day. Some days I want to do like a really good contour, prominent, chiseled out look, but some days I don't really necessarily want that. I just want like a soft contour, or you know, I maybe just use the bronzer some days instead of using cream contour and powder contour. And sometimes I just use the cream contour and a bronzer. Sometimes I just use the powder contour and bronzer. It all depends on what I want. And now I'm going to go ahead and set my face with the Charlotte Tilbury powder. I love this powder, you guys. I mean, it's really my favorite compact, my Ride or Die compact powder. It's so lightweight too, and it's like perfect for traveling, and it doesn't break very easily like most powders do, most compacts do if you drop them. This, I mean, so far I've dropped it so many times. This is like my 5th or 6th one. I go through these like water, especially since there's very little product in them, but I've dropped them all the time and then it's never broken. Okay, so next I think I'm going to move on to my eye look right now, the star of the show right here, the Metropolis palette. I'm gonna bring you guys a little closer, finish my eye look, and then finish up the rest of my face. I'm going to be employing some of Natasha's techniques in this video. So I'm going to, in true Natasha Denona fashion, start the eye look a little different, with a very different brush and a very different place. I'm gonna pick up a very small sort of smudging kind of brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Symbol. It's one of that amazing cream to powder new formula that looks like shiny leather, or it makes it look like it's, you know, wet matte, a wet matte shade. Okay, so I'm going to start, I think this eye, since it's easier for you guys to see. I'm gonna look at my eye and see where my outer V is and sort of keep that in mind. And I'm gonna start down here on my lower lash line. Just 1/3 of the way in. And I'm going to bring that up. Now I'm gonna go trace my crease. Not gonna go follow the natural crease here, that will make my eye look very small. I'm gonna go above it, right where the eye socket ends, right there. Go. I'm going to stop it 1/3 of the way in, and then I'm going to start bringing that in on an angular way in. One-third of the way. So Natasha likes to make eyes look elongated by using this particular technique right here, where she elongates the eye look out to the sides like that. So it looks a little harsh right now, but I'm about to blend that. And now I'm going to take a dense blending brush like this one by Sonia G, and I'm going to blend that in a little bit. Not too much, just a little. And I'm going to go into the shade Lethal with a sort of a flatter blending brush. I'm going to take Lethal on a flat blending brush and blend the edges of and I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to pick up Sonia G's, one of my favorite Sonia G brushes right here. I think it's Builder Pro, she calls it. But this is really awesome to pack on products. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to pick up the shade Shield and put it on the inner part of the eye. That. I'm going to pick up a loose, not very densely packed blending brush, and I'm going to pick up the shade Azoic, and I'm going to blend up even more, and I'm going to bring it like into the eye socket as well. Just to warm up here a little bit. Okay, and now I'm going to put something really shiny in the middle. So I think I'm gonna go with Blaze for the middle of the eye. I'm gonna place that with my finger. Wow, look at that, you guys. Woo! Woof, woof, woof. The intensity is real. No need to wet an eyeshadow brush. So I'm going to go back with the brushes that I used before without any product on them to just make sure the outer corner and all that I defined earlier is going to disappear once it gets blended. There we go. Then I'm going to pick up the shade Orium. I'm going to highlight my inner corners with it. This is a beautiful duochrome shade, chroma crystal shade. And then I'm going to, I think Natasha did this too, pick up Troop on a smaller blending brush. Then I'm going to put that right where the first shade Symbol meets the sparkly shade right there to sort of make the gradient more natural. There you go. That's really beautiful. Again, I'm gonna go back in with the blending brush and kind of blend the shades together. Now I'm going to go into the shade Queen, and I'm going to highlight my brow bone with it. Okay, now I'm going back down to the lower lash line, and I'm going to intensify that first Symbol shade. Some of it got blended out. There you go. And then I'm going to take a flat definer brush, and I'm going to pick up the shade Zoic, and I'm going to go line the front part of my eyes with it. So my camera decided to go ahead and mess with me again and stop recording. Anyway, I don't know which part of the eye look you guys missed. I think it was just the very end. So now I'm going to take a liquid liner and just going to do like a small wing, not like a very thick one because of the, you know, the intense the elongated eyeshadow look. I'm gonna keep it very close to the lash line and not go any higher. Very skinny. I don't think that Natasha did this, but you guys know I can't live without my wing liner. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. Not gonna do a very intense wing line, just do a very small one. Now I'm going to curl my lashes and put mascara on. I'm not going to use false lashes. It's a very intense eye look already, and I don't want it to look too crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes and then just put some mascara on. This is my Surratt eyelash curler. It's amazing. And then I'm gonna use the Marc Jacobs mascara. So I got a little right over here. I'm gonna wait for it to dry and use a spoolie to scrape it off. You guys know that trick, you know, if you get a little mascara somewhere you don't want, you don't mess with it until it's dry, and you take a spoolie and you just scrape it off once it's dry. So I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit. Okay, I think it should be dry now. I'm just gonna scrape it right off, see? I'm gonna do my eyebrows real quick. Now I'm going to finish up my face. I'm gonna use the Natasha Denona's Bronze and Glow palette. Then I'm gonna go into the Love palette. Take a damp sponge, and I'm gonna use the cream blush and stamp it on my cheeks. I told you guys I am in love with this Love collection, Natasha's Love collection, the whole collection, but I don't have the lip glosses she released. I have the eyeshadow palette, the Love palette, the eyeshadow palette, and the Love Glow Cheek palette that I'm using right now. This cream blush in it, the cream base she calls it. Oh, it's the best cream blush ever, you guys. I am in love. I put that in my February favorites. I will link it up here, and I will also link you know, a little bit after the tutorial I did with the Love collection as well. Okay, I brought you guys back a little bit, so now I'm going to use, I just used the cream blush, and I'm gonna go on top of it with my Wayne Goss brush. I'm gonna pick up the Super Glow, the blush topper basically, the powder blush. I'm gonna go a little heavy-handed because when my face eats blush. 2, I'm going to be buffing my face here in a bit anyway, so it'll disappear somewhat when I do that. So now it looks a little intense, but it's not going to, trust me, here in a minute. And now I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter brush, and I'm going to go in with the Glow Impact Powder on top to highlight my face, my cheeks in a C curve. Oops, I forgot to contour my nose, so I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna use just the bronzer. I'm not gonna do like a harsh contour or anything. Just a slight contour action. Gosh, this face here keeps falling on my face, driving me nuts. Clips are doing a very good job, obviously, of keeping the hair out of my face. Just gonna do a very light bronzing contour action here. I'm gonna connect that to the eyebrows like that. I'm not going to close down here because my nose is a button nose already. I don't need to make it look button. There you go. So I'm going to go back and highlight the middle of my nose, Cupid's bow, chin. And now I'm going to go with the Diamond Glow from the palette and just do the tops of my cheeks. Right there. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? There you go. And now for the lips, I'm going to take the MAC pencil and strip down, and I'm going to line my lips. I'm going to overline a little bit. This is perfect brownish nude color. Ulta was having its 21 days of beauty, and these MAC lip pencils were half price. So I jumped on them. I got like 6, I think, 5 or 6. Line my lips while talking requires some talent. Okay, and I'm gonna go in with Natasha's nude. I need a nude lipstick in Noah. because we have such an intense eye look. I wanted to go with the nude lipstick today. Then I'm going to take this Marc Jacobs, I forget what these are called now, you guys, these ones. I'm not sure if they're discontinued now. I don't think so, but anyway, it's a lip gloss that's in a stick form, which is amazing. It's one of the products I really love from that line, from that brand. I'm going to buff my face with my Sicily powder now, the last step. Use my brush. Make sure everything blends really well. Should have done this before I did the lips, but that's okay. No big deal. This setting spray, I'm absolutely in love with this. This is the Fenty new setting spray. I would say this is the best setting spray I've ever used. It's the mister. Did you see? Such fine mist, and it has such a beautiful skincare-like subtle smell. It's very refreshing. Fenty kills it every time. This is the finished look, you guys. I hope you like it. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the palette now. This is the palette, and when you open it, you have I believe 28 shades in here. And the special thing about this palette that's different from her other palettes, I really think the thing that makes the palette really amazing and awesome is the fact that she has all these finishes in here. She has her traditional matte formula that is very easy to blend and very creamy. And then she actually has a new formula that is right here. This is one of them. I think this is Symbol, and this dark one, dark green here, is another one. I think it's Royal. And then she has another green one up here, right here, this one. What is this called? Lethal. So that's Lethal. And as you guys, can you guys tell those cream to powder formulas, to me they look like shiny leather, and they look almost like wet on the lid too and in the pan. So here's one of them. You see the difference between this and like one of her, traditional mattes. Like right here, this is one of the traditional mattes, and this is one of the cream to powder formula. Do you guys see that shine? So here's one, and it's easy to tell. Here's one, this blue one right here, the dark blue one right here. Do you see how it shines like leather? Then she has her beautiful chroma crystal shades in here as well. I mean, look at the intensity of that shine. Like this shade up here, the one I used today. This one right here is so beautiful. It's a duochrome shade. And then here's another one. I'll swatch one of the other ones, the blue one right there. And then, again, she has like several finishes here. She has like the suede finish. She has the matte powder matte formula. Then she has the cream to powder formula. Then she has the metallic formulas, and then she has the chroma crystal formula in here. Nice variety of amazing formulas and finishes. Great color curation. So that's what makes this palette very unique and different from what she has. I mean, all of her palettes are well thought out and put together, but this one in particular is very useful because it's very versatile. If you put one of these cream to powder formulas all over your eyelid and buff the edges out, blend the edges out with one of the others, I mean, it would have this amazing leather-like sheen that makes the eyelids look really huge and defined. So this is why I love this palette. It's, I think, one of Natasha's best palettes. I would say this one and the Love palette are my favorite so far from her line, and I love all of her eyeshadow palettes almost. Love palette is a little limited in terms of shades, but this one's very versatile. So I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial today. I will see you guys in my next video.